All right, you guys. So today I want to give you a really good starting point when you're just beginning on how to choose the best audience. There's a couple of places that you can come from when doing this, but this is really key when you're laying the foundation before you choose your marketing strategy, before you choose your platform, before you choose your marketing tactics. So let's go ahead and get started. So after this lesson, you're going to be able to understand how to narrow your niche, have your friend defined, know what problems you solve, know what you're offering your people, and know what results you are promising with your offer. So, before you begin, I want you to think about what main area do you work in? Do you work in health? Do you work in wealth? Or do you work in relationships? Now, you may work in all three, and that's totally okay. You may get results in all three, but I want you to think first of what you get the biggest result in first. This is just a place to start from when you're starting to craft your message and when you're starting to choose your ideal audience. And just so you know, most people, these are the three areas that they will make decisions from. They want better health, they want better wealth, or they want better relationships. So, this is a great place to begin. Now, when you're thinking about like health, wealth, or relationships, like what do you specialize in, right? Do you specialize in helping postpartum moms lose weight? Do you help professional athletes get better results and win more events? Like, this is where you're going to start to look at, like, what do you want to specialize in? What's your area of expertise? Because the problem is that when you speak to everyone, you speak to no one. And if you don't know what area you're starting off and specializing in, this is going to be really hard to cut through all the noise online with all the competition. So this is a really good way that you can gain a competitive edge over your competition, is specialize in a particular area. So there's really three places that you can start when you're picking your market. You can do somebody that looks like you. This is going to be somebody that's got a similar past to you, got similar problems that you had, similar thought patterns, everything like that. Now, this can be a little tricky because sometimes it's hard to get out of your head because you're only thinking based on your personal limitations and perspectives. But this can be a good place to start. And this is where a lot of coaches do start off, just because you've got some particular skills and experiences and expertise on helping your audience get through exactly something that you've gotten through. Somebody who needs your services. Now, this may be like a health coach who is in great shape, who works out every day, who knows how to detox, who knows how to lose weight. Like, their clientele may be somebody that's more obese, maybe somebody that's dealing with diabetes, something like that. So somebody that needs your services, but definitely, but can definitely have different problems than you had. And then this is my favorite, your ideal somebody. This is where you get to design your best audience. This is your diamond audience. These are your premium clients. What characteristics and traits do they have that you want to work with? Not that you have worked in the past, but who do you want to work with? This is the best place that I suggest starting from, but this can bring up a lot of resistance because you may feel like you're just dreaming this client up, and that because you haven't worked with them, you don't know where to find them, you don't know how to attract them. But that's okay. This resistance, as you start to niche down, as you start to gain clarity, you are really gonna like, this resistance comes up, and it's okay. It's part of the process. Just go ahead and keep going into deeper into these exercises to help you get more of that clarity. So, who is your friend, right? When we think of your friend, I want you to know, and this is what I call emotional communication, right? Because you're taking the time to get to know your friend, their fears, their roadblocks, their insecurities, their expectations. Who are their naysayers, right? Who are their biggest naysayers? And what are their biggest desires? Now, this is going to be some questions that will help to prompt you to go into their life even further. What do they do for a living? How old are they? What do they worry about? What movies do they like? Things like this. It may not seem relevant to you now, but this is going to be so powerful when you're starting to craft your message and in your communication and trying to reach your perfect person. Now, the goal of these exercises is to get you to know your people, right? What keeps them up at night. And the purpose of your messaging is to enter the conversation that's already going on in their head. I think Dean Graciosi and Tony Robbins were the ones that said that. So, I want you to do this visualization exercise because I want you to imagine waking up in their shoes and spending an entire day like with your person, right? Pay attention, look around and notice like what are their struggles, what are their patterns, what do they do every day without complaint, without motivation, what do they live for, what do they value, things like that is going to be absolutely essential when you're crafting your messaging and is really going to help you stand out in the marketplace. So, marketing is really all about understanding their wants and understanding their needs. Now, the reason why I love my binge worthy workshop method is because you give them what they want first, right? You help them get that quick win to give them what they need. So, for instance, if you're a health coach, nobody wants to detox, right? That's not the exciting thing, but everybody wants to lose 10 pounds. So that's how you can start to craft what they want, right? What their ultimate desire is. And then once they've taken that step with you, once they bought your product, once they bought your service, give them what they need on the back end. Because although they may need it, it may not be something necessarily that they want. So then looking at what is the total transformation that you're going to help them through, right? What is their sad face and what is their happy face? Their happy face is with their best life, their best version, right? Their most pleasure. Their sad face is where they are right now. What is it costing them if they stay the same? What current pain are they in? What are they struggling with? And then looking at what problems do you solve? Right? How are you going to help them bridge the gap from their sad face to their smiley face? That is it. That is literally the magic behind marketing is understanding that concept. So I put together a little transformation statement for you. Now, this isn't necessarily something that you have to. This is a great introduction piece, but honestly, the market is even getting saturated with these transformation statements. So it's a good place to start so you get really clear and concise about who it is that you help and how you help them. And this is really going to be for you. And then you can adjust it as needed as you go on to putting it in your words and putting it in words that will help you stand out. So, for instance, when I first came up with this, it was I help coaches go from overwhelmed, unsure, and burnout in their marketing to creating and selling their programs with high ticket confidence so that they can build a legacy coaching business that will not only help them get the impact that they crave, but also generate the income that they desire. Bam, that's a powerful transformation statement. So when you can get that clear and concise, let me tell you, you are already 10 steps ahead of most people. So start here. Don't skip this.